Kevin Walkerman, Friday Freestyle. Here we are, here we grow. This is a real estate professional edition. So, will interest rates go below six? Or maybe they're already there. What about the affordability? What about the number of homes that are going to sell this year compared to last year? Yeah, it's what the market gives us. Let me ask you this. Do you believe that there's going to be more homes sold in 2026 versus 2025? Do you believe that interest rates are going to be lower than they were in 2025? And if that's true, what will you do? What if the inverse were true? What if the opposite was true and there were fewer homes sold in 2026 than 2025 and mortgage rates went the opposite direction? What would you do? You see, for the super effective, highly productive realtor, those answers are going to be very, very similar. You may adjust the sales along the way in hot buyer markets, then certain tactics are more appropriate. In hot seller markets, certain tactics are more appropriate. But the real root of what we ought to do in order to make 2026 better than 2025 in terms of our personal productivity is have more real estate conversations with people that will then produce more buyer and seller consultations, regardless of what the market does. Sure, the market helps, but regardless of what the market does, it is up to us to make sure we are helping more people, not decide based on external factors whether it's a good time for them to buy or sell, but based on their particular situation, whether it's a good time to buy or sell. Which, by the way, if you look at the National Association of Realtors profile of home buyers and sellers, often has very little to do with what the specific mortgage rates are or how many homes are going to be sold across the nation or whatever. So let's be careful with us perpetuating the story that people ought to pay such intense uh, concentration on interest rates and statistics and all that stuff, because at the end of the day, people don't make buying and selling unless you're working with investors primarily. People don't make the buying and selling decisions there. So focus on what we can control, and that is how many conversations we're having on a weekly basis, how many buyers and sellers consultations are we going on, and are we helping people? Here's the key: determine the environment that we're in right now to make a good real estate decision for themselves. Not predict the future, not worry about what rates are going to be 6 months from now or whatever. I got out of the prediction business a long time ago. We describe the current environment and pros and cons of decisions now versus decisions later. Let's go.